You are using your benefits wrong. I promise you. Think about it like this. You learned how to use all of your different tactics and strategies while you were in the military before you actually performed your job, and no one taught you how to use your benefits when you would get out. By the end of this video, you're going to have a better idea of how you can use your benefits to give you the life that you've always wanted. I built a basically dream life largely in part by using a lot of the veteran benefits that I have available to me. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this so that you understand that this is completely possible for anyone. I'm no smarter than anyone else out there. I just put the work in and did things in a smart way. If you want to learn more about what we're doing and how you too can build this same life that you've been dreaming of, come check us out at mastermilitary.com. So let's get into it. Okay, when you get out of the military, you have no idea what to do. A couple years go by, maybe you start thinking about it like, man, I heard about these VA disability benefits, or I have some buddies that used a VA loan, or man, maybe I should go to college. I don't know. So then you start researching around, you figure out whichever one makes the most sense for you, you start going for it. And then most of the time people stop because it's too complicated to figure out how to use anyways. And then other times people jump in and start buying property and doing whatever else. Stop. You are doing things wrong. Okay? Think about it like this. There's an order to do things that you do step A because step A makes step B easier, and you do step B, and then step C is easier after that. So first and foremost, before you go chasing down anything else out there, the very first thing you need to look for, the lowest hanging fruit out there, are VA disability benefits. Okay? And why is that? That is immediate tax-free income that you get the rest of your life. Now, not everyone is eligible for stuff out there. And I'm not saying you should make things up to go get VA disability benefits. What you should get is what you are owed, no more and no less. All right. Once you get these benefits set up, let's say I think a 10% rating is about $175 a month, and 100% rating is closer to like $4,000 or $5,000 a month. Once you have that, now you have some cash flow coming in. It does two things. One, it helps you out just in life because now you have more money to spend on rent and food and whatever else you need. But two, it then makes it easier for you to qualify for other things like a loan to buy property later on as well. But instead of jumping from VA disability benefits immediately to buying a house, that is not what I would do. After you get your VA disability benefits squared away, step two, if you're still eligible to use the GI Bill and you haven't used it, go ahead and use it. It doesn't even matter if you actually want to get a degree or anything like that, because you can use a GI Bill in a couple different ways. One, you can actually use it to go to college and get a degree. Two, you can actually use it for vocational training. So you can get trained to get a different type of job. Like you can train to be a plumber or an electrician or anything like that and get paid while you're in that learning process. So no matter what you're doing, while you're studying using the GI Bill, you are earning a monthly housing allowance along the way. So the government says, hey, cool, because we know you're going through some sort of training program, we're going to give you E5 with benefits, BAH, wherever you're living in the country. So go to school next or go do some kind of training to, advance you further along in your career, whatever it is, or go get just a vanity degree from college, go major in English, whatever. It doesn't matter, whatever, because now you're actually earning more money than you were previously while you're studying something, ideally something that helps out to progress you along in life and not just a vanity degree. But I'm using that as an example because you can also just do that. So you have more money coming in, and what you can do with this money now is you don't burn it, you don't spend it on a bunch of stupid stuff. You save up. Okay, so now you're helping build your nest egg. So now you've got your additional cash flow coming in from your VA disability benefits, and then two, you're starting to collect extra money from your GI Bill monthly housing allowance. So now you can save up a bunch of money and you have more money coming in. Now, once you've done all this, now start thinking about your VA loan and how to use your VA loan, because now you have some money saved up. Regardless of what people tell you, a VA loan, you can't just get a house for 0% down. It is technically 0% down, but there are things that you are going to have to pay for. Inspections and yada, 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 closing costs, all sorts of stuff. So you do need some money in the bank. And then for a lender to actually qualify you to buy a property, you need to show that you have income coming in. So the more income that you have coming in, the bigger the property that you can buy. So now this qualifies you for more. So now that you're qualified for a bigger property and you're going to use your VA loan, instead of just buying a house for yourself and your wife and your family or your husband and whatever, instead of just thinking about it that way, it's not just a discounted easy way to get a property. What it is it's an investment tool. So a lot of people don't know this, but you can use your VA loan to buy multifamily property. Don't go out there and just buy a home. Do your research, and you can go buy cash flow producing real estate. I'll use the example myself. My very first VA loan purchase, I bought a fourplex. I moved into one of the units and I started renting out the other 3 units, and I was cash flow positive from day one. Cool. So let's summarize all this again. How you're doing this wrong because you're just going out there willy-nilly, getting set up with your benefits, and then the right way to do it. 1, go get set up with a VA disability benefits if you are eligible. 2, use your GI Bill to progress yourself further along professionally and start earning extra money at the same time. Then 3, use all that extra stuff to then go buy income producing real estate. So now you have income coming in from the GI Bill. That doesn't last forever, but at least temporarily. You have your income coming in from your VA disability compensation, and then you now are building equity and potentially have cash flow coming in from your real estate as well. Boom. If this kind of stuff is interesting to you, please come check us out at masterthemilitary.com. I'll see you there. See you.